Despite Newcastle United inviting me to cover the Newcastle United women's games, for one reason or another, I haven't been able to make the last 3 or 4 games. Last week I was in the Lake District when they played Durham-Sestria. But today I've been at Kingston Park to watch the Newcastle United women beat Norton Stockton Ancient Ladies 4-0 to move within 1 point of Durham-Sestria at the top, with 5 games remaining and 1 game in hand on them. And would you believe it, while I was there I forgot to film the intro. What's all that about? So anyway, I'm filming it now in my kitchen, and in this video I'm going to show you how I've captured the atmosphere of what happened in this particular game. But before I did that, I caught up with the Magic Hat Gang before it kicked off. It's coming up.
These boys are from Dame Allen's school in Newcastle, and this is Wilf, aka Bruno's Magic Hat. I'm Angela, one of the teachers at Dame Allen's, and Wilf was featured in one of our PSHE lessons recently about youth activism, and the boys wanted to volunteer to help him out in his latest campaign, so he's trying to get 1,000 items to donate to a local food bank.
Which food bank's that?
It's the West End Food Bank.
We've met before, Wilf, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what would you like to say?
I think it's brilliant that they volunteered to help me.
It is brilliant, isn't it? And you've met Bruno a couple of times, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And what was he like?
It was really nice.
Yeah. And was he really proud of you all for doing what you're doing for the food bank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's great work. So what would you like, the viewers watching this, how can they get involved? Or help support?
That would be great. So Wilf's trying to get 1,000 items to donate to West End Food Bank. So if they're coming to the match today, brilliant. They can bring some items down, or they could donate some cash, and we'll buy some items in their name. And the boys as well, they're actually doing a collection at Dame Allen's school over the next couple of weeks. They're going to go around, educate the kids about what Wilf's doing, and we're going to collect some items from school as well. So if they wanted to drop anything off at school, that would be most welcome. We're in Fenham in Newcastle.
So I barely sat down, 2 minutes in, and Newcastle United women are 1-0 up. I think it was Casey Elson brought down in the penalty area. Penalty to Newcastle, tucked away neatly by Rachel Lee, 1-0. Welcome back, it's Eddie here from Tyneside Live. So I'm back covering the Newcastle women's game. I haven't been here for the past 3 or 4 matches through one reason or another. Last week for the big match against... Oh, we're through! Oh, just missed there. I could have been 2-0 up. Yeah, last week against Durham-Sestria, the big derby crunch match, Durham-Sestria top of the league. I missed that because I was in the Lakes for 4 nights last week. So I'm looking forward to this game. Norton and Stockton Ancient Ladies, they're currently mid-table. Newcastle second top on 16 games. 4 points behind Durham-Sestria, but 2 games in hand. So it's in Newcastle women's hand now to win the remaining games and go through as... I'll just stop here, there's going to be a corner. Oh, that was good header by Charlotte Potts there, saved by the keeper. Yeah, so excellent opportunity. The fate is in our own hands now to win this league and get promoted to the 3rd tier of women's football. So there's actually a very low crowd today, but I put that down to being Mother's Day. There'll obviously be a lot of people, families going out for dinner and whatnot. But yeah, let's see what happens in this match. I'll keep you updated. So half an hour in, Newcastle are still 1-0 up, and it's just turned into a bit of a scrappy game, really. You know, we've had a couple of half chances, but really it's really quite tight, and it's the longer this goes on, the longer Newcastle become vulnerable to Norton just pulling back a sneaky equaliser. So we're going to have to be careful. Just a few minutes to go to half time. It's still a very tight affair. Newcastle women still 1-0 up. I'd probably say they are the better team, but not creating a great deal of chances. Half time, 1-0 to Newcastle, a really tight affair. In the last couple of minutes there, we had a glorious opportunity from 6 yards out. It was a bit of a Callum Wilson moment between Casey Elson and Katie Barker. Both air shot the ball there. That should have been 2-0. They're going to have to make some improvements in the second half. We might have to see 1 or 2 of our new signings make an appearance because I think we need to freshen things up. But we're in control, 1-0 up. But there needs to be some improvement in the second half because we're at risk of an equaliser here. Hello, mate. You're looking a bit shy. What's your name? Where are you from?
I got it.
You weren't shy before. Come on.
Your name?
What's your name?
Nailing.
Where are you from? I heard you were from Baker, is that right?
Yeah, because he brung us in there.
He kidnapped you and brought you to the match?
Yeah. How did you get your tickets? Him? No. No, this one, he has to always run around.
What do you think of the match so far?
Trash.
BJ Barry John Dent, how are you doing, mate?
I'm quite happy to be here. I support Newcastle United, the gentlemen and the ladies. Wherever Newcastle players play, this goes with me supporting them.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful that we're doing it a great honour on Mother's Day, and hopefully that the ladies will carry on in the second half and win it for all their mothers.
Who have we got here?
Sophie.
Are you all the same family? No. Yeah. I like your fringe. Who cut your hair?
The barbers.
The Barbers, of course they did. Yeah. So are Newcastle going to win? Yeah. Do you play football as well?
Yeah.
Who for?
Washington. Washington Athletic.
And where are you in the league?
Third.
Yeah. Who's your favourite player for Newcastle?
Bruno.
Not the men's team, the women's team.
I thought.
Number 8.
Number 8, she's good. Wilkinson, she's good, isn't she? Yeah. Where are you going? Cheeky little Charlie. So are you the Baker crew?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your names?
Lily. Marcus. Yaya. AJ. Trent.
And what do you think of the match so far?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
You think we should win today?
Yeah. They scored in the 46th second.
I know, we got a penalty, didn't we? Do you play football as well?
Yeah.
Who for?
I don't play for no one, but I'm a good goalie. I play for Newcastle East End FC.
Well done, you.
I don't play for a team yet.
Get yourself playing, man. Then you may play for Newcastle in a few years. Yeah. What's your name?
Maisie.
Maisie, enjoying the game?
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to win?
Yeah.
Do you come to all the matches?
Some of them.
What was the first one?
The Durham.
Oh, Durham on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you play football?
Yeah.
Who for?
Bishop Auckland girls.
Bishop Auckland girls. Oh, yeah. So you're going to play for Newcastle in a few years?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you've got to be kidding. I've just sat down for the second half and Newcastle have just scored 2-0. Katie Barker clean through into the box, cut inside, buried it in the bottom corner. 3-0 in Newcastle. I've just messed up there what I've just been saying there. 3-0. Casey Ellison picked up the ball on the left-hand side of the box. 2 defenders and I wriggled past them. Third defender jigged past her like she was Messi. Lined up the shot, buried it in the back of the net. 3-0 Newcastle. 4-0, another cracking goal. Georgia Gibson this time, that's the game over. We brought our new signing on, Charlie-Anne Pizarro, I think she's called, from Gibraltar. Looking forward to see how she performs. But yeah, it's all about just bagging as many goals as we can in now. We've just brought on our second new signing, Cara Milne Redhead. Both our new signings have got championship experience, so it should bring a lot to this Newcastle team. We're looking forward to see how they perform. Let's get some more goals in. That's it, finished Newcastle United women 4, Norton Stockton Ancient Ladies 0. And to be fair, that should have been a lot more. They could have scored an extra 3 or 4 goals in the second half there. So onwards and upwards, now 1 point behind Durham Sestria and still with a game in hand. So it's all in Newcastle United women's hands. It's been great being here. There's been a crowd of about 1,600, which is great for a Mother's Day. The kids love it, man. I've been chatting to some of them. I hope you enjoyed me little clips. And what I love as well, if we can just spin around, is how the Newcastle women's team come to the edge of the Borden, and sign autographs and chat to the fans, and they love it, man. So you should come down when you get the chance. Come to see the Newcastle women on April the 16th, of course, for the 3rd time. They're going to be playing at St James's Park. Second last game of the season, I think it is, against Bradford City. By then we should be staring promotion in the face. Anyway, now I'm going to embarrass myself trying to pronounce your name right. Is it Charlie Ann Pizzarello.
Yeah, you said it right.
Oh, wow.
There you go. First time.
Yeah, thank you. And there's some link with Gibraltar as well. Obviously, you've just signed by Newcastle United. For the viewers, just talk us through how you've ended up at Newcastle.
So I was playing for the Championship side, Lewis, before Christmas, and then I wanted a bit of a challenge and what the journey that Newcastle are on and what was told. I was really interested and I couldn't really say no to it.
How would you describe the difference between playing for a Championship side and then coming to play for a Newcastle side where there's a lot of attention and focus, a lot of ambition in 2 divisions lower? Is there any difference?
Little different, to be honest. The professionalism that Newcastle bring to the table is just on par with Championships. I've played against a lot of Championship teams and we're on par or even better, as in like the professionalism about the team, and then obviously we can compete on the pitch, and what we're working to, we can get there and we can still compete at a high level.
I noticed you come on in the second half there as a substitute. Is your natural position left wing?
Yeah, so I'm a left footer, yeah. So
Yeah, very impressive, I have to say. Quite a nippy winger. You're getting past the players, getting the crosses in.
yeah, it's been good. I just like enjoying the game. It's what gives me life and what I enjoy doing from day to day.
Hi Bex, you must be absolutely delighted. I mean, dare I say it was a bit of a inconsistent start of the season. You had some injuries, but it looks like you're hitting form just at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a really tough start with a lot of injuries coming off the back of the pre-season, and we lost key players such as Olivia Watt and a few others. But yeah, we're starting to get those players back now. We've got players coming into the squad, and obviously that squad's growing in size, which is causing me lots of problems as a manager, but good problems to have. So yeah, we're absolutely delighted with today's performance and result, especially in the second half. And we just need to keep ticking them off. That's 5 to go now, and yeah, we'll be focusing on a game at a time.
Talk us through 2 new signings who come on today. What do they bring to the side?
Yeah, Cara and Charlie, they're new to the group and they've obviously got that Championship experience. They haven't played a lot of football over the last few months, so it's about trying to introduce them at the right speed. But you can see their quality when they come on. Obviously, both of them came really close today. Cara hit the crossbar, Charlie hit the post. So, we're hoping as they bond with the group and as they get settled, they've both relocated. So Cara's relocated from Coventry and Charlie was living in down south in Lewis where she played. So who's originally from Gibraltar, so there's a lot of change in their life. So they've done really well. They're really good girls and you can see their extra quality when they came on. So we just need to keep, progressing them into the squad. And
of course, you're going to be playing at St James's Park again for the 3rd time, I think it is. How exciting is that? And what would you say to the viewers, to encourage them to get along and smash that attendance record?
It's absolutely fantastic to get the opportunity to play at St James's Park again, and just want the crowds to come out and support the girls, and if we can surpass what we got last time, that would be fantastic. If we get to 30,000, I think that would just be inspiring the whole of the North East and just showing what amazing fan base Newcastle United has. Their support for the men's team has been outstanding this season and equally as outstanding for our women's team. So if you want to come and watch a group of girls that will give everything, then come to St James's and get those crowd numbers up and back the girls.